1, 2, 3.
Good morning, guys. Derek and I just got back from a week-long vegan cruise, and if you can't tell in my voice, I'm kind of sick right now. I got actually really sick on the ship. I had the stomach flu for 2 days, and then the rest of the time I really had just like this sore throat. Like my throat was so swollen, the glands in my throat, I could like press on them and they were really hard. Anyways, this week I want to do a little bit different kind of a video. I want to do an entire week of showing you all of my meals and what I eat the entire week. And I think it will be kind of helpful just because you'll be able to see how I put all of my meals together throughout the week. So if I make like a big batch of something, that I eat it for 2 or 3 days, and that I eat very simply, and that I really do eat the same foods all the time, because I tell you guys this, you know, that we basically eat the same stuff every week, and I kind of eat the same foods every day. I'll get really into a food, I'll eat it for 3 or 4 days, and then I'll make something else. And that's just kind of how I eat, because it's really simple and it doesn't require a ton of work. I just kind of have to make one big thing every few days, and it's great. I'm gonna make breakfast now. I have been having these green smoothies. I actually got these smoothies on the cruise ship, and I never thought to like put all these ingredients together, but it's amazing. I'll show you guys how to make it. For my favorite smoothie, we are going to need 1 cup of frozen mango, 1 cup frozen pineapple, 1 to 2 cups of chopped kale, 1 stalk of celery, 1 chopped green apple, 1 lemon with the seeds and the peel removed from the outside, 1/4 of an English cucumber with the skin, and then a big thumb of ginger, depending on how much ginger you like. For my second breakfast, I basically just took a cup of mushrooms, a cup or 2 of steamed kale, and then a few potatoes, and chopped all that up, and then I added in some red bell pepper and red onion into a saucepan with just a little bit of coconut aminos, and just cooked that up until everything was nice and soft. This is a very simple way to get more veggies into your diet. I love having a very veggie heavy meal in the beginning of the day to keep me full and satisfied. Just having a little pre-dinner snack of some veggie sushi with some ginger. And then I always just put wasabi mixed with coconut aminos. Hey guys, I'm back. I'm going to make pea soup for dinner. I'll put as many of the recipes down below as links for you guys as possible, but I'm gonna make pea soup. This is my favorite healthy soup. It's been kind of still chilly here, so it's been really good to just have a really hearty, warm, comforting soup. And especially when I'm sick, I love having soups just because they make me feel so much better, and I like having a lot of water-rich foods, if that makes sense. Like, soups are just really filling and comforting for me, especially in the winter and especially when I'm sick. So we're gonna make that right now. I will leave the link below to the full recipe on this pea soup, but I usually just use a cup of split peas, 2 to 3 chopped russet potatoes, some chopped carrot, a few garlic cloves, 2 stalks of chopped celery, and some onion, and then some better than bouillon. And all you do is basically just throw all of that into your Instant Pot, cover it with some water. You can cook it for 20 minutes if you want. I like to cook it a little bit more sometimes, so I'll cook it for like an hour to make it really, really creamy. But if I cook it for only 20 minutes, what I do is I just take my immersion blender and just blend it to make it really creamy. This is one of my favorite soups that I make pretty much every single week, and Derek doesn't like it, so I get to eat all of it. So I had a small bowl once it was cooked because I wasn't that hungry, and then about a few hours later I had another bowl that I just put some nutritional yeast on, and I had a ton more. I like basically just filled this bowl to the top, and that was everything that I had today on Monday. Good morning! It is Tuesday. I'm about to go do some yoga. But first I'm gonna make my green smoothie. And just to talk about my exercise routine really quick, I do yoga every single morning, so maybe you don't see it in like all of my videos or whatever. I'm still sick and it's still really hard to breathe. Oh my gosh. And then typically, actually every day, except for the first day I got back, I was really sick. I walk at least 10,000 steps a day, so usually like 10 to 13,000, and that's not really that difficult for me because we walk our dogs 2 miles in the morning, and then I'm like busy running around and doing gardening and just doing stuff all day, and I'll take a few walks in between like editing or whatever I'm doing during the day. Then I go to the gym about 3 times a week and just do like a full body routine, which is mostly focused on my legs, and I'll do some upper body stuff in there, but I'm not like super into upper body. It's just not my favorite thing to train. So yeah, I'm gonna make my smoothie, go do some yoga. Hopefully this smoothie kicks this sickness out, and by tomorrow I'm better. Just having my green smoothie this morning. This one looks a little bit more green because I didn't have any spinach, so I just put my greens powder in here, which makes it a lot more green. Yeah, this is breakfast. So for lunch today, I'm just having the same exact thing that I had yesterday. The potatoes, mushrooms, onions, bell peppers, and spinach with some hot sauce on top. So good. When it's all in the pan to season it, I just used a little bit of this Trader Joe's chili lime sauce and then this mango habanero sauce. Having some more sushi for a late lunch, early dinner. I don't really know. I have like 5 meals a day. This is another meal.
And although it hurts, there's nothing I wouldn't do. But I am outplayed, but I don't mind.
So for dinner tonight, I am going to actually eat some red lentil chili that we cooked the day that we got back. So this isn't something that I prepped for this video, but we just have some red lentil chili. I'm just gonna throw that on the Instant Pot. Then I am going to eat my chili with the rest of this steamed kale. One thing that I really like to do to make sure I eat enough vegetables is I will buy a 2-pound bag of kale and then I'll steam the entire thing, and then I'll just eat it, like throw it on the side of all of my meals. I also do that with broccoli, or I'll make different side dishes of vegetables. So one that Derek really likes is this Szechuan green beans and asparagus that I make, but it really helps me feel my best and feel full all the time. Still sick. So the thing about me is that I freaking love food. I love to eat. I love food so much. I hate being hungry, and this is just what works the best for me, is having a lot of vegetables, because I go by the idea that like if I am truly hungry, I will eat vegetables, and I eat vegetables as a snack. I'll throw them on the sides of all of my food, like main dishes, just to keep myself full, and that's just what really works for me. They're super low in calories, they're super filling, high in vitamins, nutrients, minerals, all those things that your body really needs, and that's just the way that I think about things. And I love vegetables. If you don't love vegetables, you will get used to them. You just need to find some good recipes. If you guys want me to make a video on my favorite veggie dishes that I make and that I throw on the sides of all my food, or I eat as snacks, let me know and I'll make that video for you guys. But yeah, I can't say enough about vegetales. Is that how you say it? I'm trying to learn Spanish. But yeah, that's just a little tip for you guys, and you'll see me eating a lot of vegetables with everything. By the time that I ate the red lentil chili, Derek had eaten most of it, so I just had one bowl with some of my homemade hummus on top and some green onions, and then he really wanted to try making twice baked potatoes, and I'm probably going to make a recipe for this soon. We need to tweak it a little, but it was really good. So Derek had this brilliant idea to make twice baked potatoes. Hot. So hot. Is it good though? Now that you have no taste buds left.
It's not too bad.
It's okay.
It needs like a few minutes to cool off, but
they look really good.
They are very good.
I had one twice baked potato, and then I actually had 2 bowls of this oatmeal that I just put oats, vanilla powder, cinnamon powder, a little bit of maple syrup, and some berries on top. Okay, welcome to Wednesday. So I wasn't really super hungry this morning because I ate so much oatmeal late at night. So I didn't have breakfast until like 1, and I just wanted something savory. So I had a side of broccoli and then some mashed potatoes that I just put garlic powder and nutritional yeast and a little bit of hummus in there. And then a little bit later, I wanted to just eat up the rest of my pea soup, so I just had a big bowl of that and got rid of that for the week. And for dinner, I was really craving beans. The way that I like to make beans is I put 2 cups of dried beans and soak them in water for at least 12 to 15 hours, usually overnight, and then cook them in my Instant Pot for 40 minutes. I love pico de gallo. It's my favorite dressing to make. This is a recipe from my saucy book, but I will quickly show you guys how to make it. You just want to dice up 1 red onion, and then the key here is you want to soak the red onion with a little bit of salt and the juice of 2 limes and let that soak for a little bit, because it, for some reason, it just brings out like the acidity or something. I don't know, it just makes it so much better. Then I take a half bunch of cilantro and dice that up super fine and add that into the mix. Just stir all of that together until it's really well combined and let it sit on the side while you're cutting up your tomatoes. So the key with the tomatoes here is you don't want to cut up the entire thing, because the inside just makes it, it gives it like a different flavor. So you want to save the insides of the tomatoes and just cut off the outside into little chunks. I used 8 Roma tomatoes, and it made a huge batch of this beautiful pico de gallo that I can put on everything the rest of the week. And then I'll use the insides of the tomatoes to make like marinara sauce or something later on in the week. I also just grabbed some romaine from our garden, so I'm just checking to make sure that I washed it off good enough, and I diced that up really finely. And then I put all this together with some white rice, my homemade hummus, the beans, the pico de gallo, and the lettuce, and it was delicious. For a little nightcap, I love to have oatmeal, and today I really wanted something chocolatey. This oatmeal to me tastes like brownies because I make it and then I let it sit until it's kind of cool, or I'll throw it in the fridge. I use 1/2 cup instant oats, 1 tablespoon maple syrup, and 1 tablespoon of cacao powder. This morning, I really wanted to have a smoothie for breakfast, so I made my simple berry smoothie. I just put 2 ripe bananas into my blender, about a cup or 2 of frozen berries, I don't really measure, maca powder, some mushroom powder, and a little bit of cinnamon with some coconut water, and just blend that up until it's super smooth. Like I said, this is one of my favorite go-to smoothies just because I usually have all of these things on hand, so it's something super simple I can make before I go to the gym. And then for lunch, I wanted to make some of my Szechuan vegetables. So I had asparagus, and I just chopped the ends off and cut that in half. Put that in my Instant Pot on the saute function, and you just want to add a little bit of liquid. So I add a little bit of coconut aminos, and then I had some leftover mushrooms, so I chopped those up as well. To make this sauce, I basically just put a tablespoon of gochujang, a little bit of maple syrup, and some Japanese 5-spice. Usually I use garlic powder, but I didn't have any. Mix that all together. You want it to stay kind of thick like this because the vegetables, once they cook, will release a lot of water, so you don't want to add too much water to it unless you want like a nice watery sauce, but I like it when it's more thicker. So I just put my mushrooms in, let that cook for about 10 minutes, and this is a super easy recipe that I just like to throw over rice with a little bit of kimchi. Hey guys, I just showered. Now I'm making some dinner. So I'm basically just gonna eat the beans that I made yesterday with pico, and I'm sauteing some potatoes, mushrooms, spinach, bell peppers, and onions, and then I'll just put all that together with some hummus. Alright, so here is my massive dinner. I'm so excited to eat it. If you guys have made it this far in the video, I just want to say thank you for watching. And if this video has been helpful for you, let me know if you like it in the comments box below, because I thought this video would be like really difficult to make, and it hasn't. It's been more of just a conscious effort to film everything that I eat. So if this is helpful for you guys, it'd be an easy video to make a few times a month for you, because personally I think seeing how someone eats for an entire week is a lot more helpful than seeing how someone eats for one day, because one day is just one day in the grand scheme of things, whereas like a week you can kind of see how everything gets put together. So I'm gonna eat my massive plate, this probably weighs 3 pounds, of beans, potatoes, veggies, and hummus. And then I was thinking ahead today, and I already prepped some chocolate oatmeal with strawberries, so I'm gonna have this for dessert. I just made this earlier and put it in the fridge because, like I said in yesterday, the other day, I don't know, what day are we on? I like to have it cold because it tastes kind of like brownies to me. So I'm gonna have this for dessert, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Good morning, welcome back to another day of me eating food. I'm just drinking my water this morning. I haven't talked about this yet, but I like to drink 3 liters of water every day. So I usually have 1 when I wake up, I'll have 1 before I eat lunch, and then 1 before I eat dinner. This just helps me to feel hydrated and full, because a lot of hunger is actually dehydration, and living in Arizona, I just like to make sure that I'm hydrated because it's so dry here and it's so sunny all the time that I like to stay on top of this. So this morning I am just testing out a new recipe for a new book that we're making. I'm making black bean brownie bites. So I'll show you what I'm going to put in them. I just have 15 ounces of black beans that I cooked without anything in them in my Instant Pot. I have a cup of oats, and then this is just a little bit of vanilla powder that I measured out, and a tiny bit of salt, and then 200 grams of medjool dates, and then I'm gonna add half a cup of cocoa powder. So I'm just gonna put all of this stuff in my blender and then roll these into little bites. Okay, so I just got really distracted there for a while, and I made a video and I just started editing it. So now it's about noon. I'm gonna make some lunch. I didn't eat any of the brownie bites. I'll probably eat those for like a snack, but I'm just going to make mashed potatoes with a side of steamed broccoli in the Instant Pot, and my camera's gonna die, so I gotta be really quick. Hey guys, I'm back. I look naked. I'm not naked. I am just snacking on these. I was like so busy editing videos this morning and stuff, so now I'm gonna make dinner, which is just going to be our potato curry that you guys have seen me make so many times, so I'm not gonna really show you how to make it, but it's basically just a can of coconut milk, potatoes, cauliflower, red lentils, curry powder, whatever veggies you want. Put that in the Instant Pot. So I'm gonna make that now, and then I'm gonna eat that over some rice for dinner. Probably eat some more of these. They're very good. They literally taste like brownies. It's another day. This morning I made pancakes. Look how beautiful they are. I feel like the video that I took of me making them didn't do it any justice. I feel like it was really bad quality, but I basically just used a cup of oats, a cup of water, some vanilla powder, baking powder, and 1 banana, and then blended that together. And then I just put berries and maple syrup on top. So since it's Saturday, Derek and I would usually go on a date tonight, but instead we're going to Toastmasters. So I just made a bowl of rice, beans, and pico, and then I'm also going to bring those brownie black bean balls with me just in case I get hungry. It's at 6:30 and it's about 5:30 right now, so this will probably be my dinner, and then that's it for today.
So tonight in the tiny house kitchen, we are making potatoes because Hannah's getting her period and is kind of moody.
You had to say my period. You could have just said Hannah's.
Hannah's kind of moody right now, so I'm making her potatoes.
We're having second dinner, potatoes with Auntie Kim's delicious seasoning. And we're gonna put some of this corn in the air fryer with just some, no, we'll just do this plain, yeah. Partying tonight. Good morning. I'm just having my smoothie, which is the same smoothie you saw the first day, and I'm gonna go do some yoga. Okay, it is dinner time and I'm going to be making my favorite dinner in the world, mashed potatoes and corn, because we've pretty much eaten up all of the things that I made throughout the week. Like, we ate the curry and all the soup and everything's gone. Before I do that, I just want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, once again, just let me know in the comments below. This video did take a long time to film, but it wasn't like a totally hard video to make for you guys. So if you really do like it, it is something I could do like once a month for you guys. So let me know. So for dinner, we're gonna make mashed potatoes and corn. I have these potatoes that I'm just gonna peel, and then we buy this corn from the grocery store. It's just organic corn on the cob. And then we just throw it in the air fryer just like this. We'll cook all 6 of these little half cobs and then eat this with our dinner. This is just like a super easy way to make veggies without having to like really cook anything, because the air fryer is so easy, you guys. And then all I put into the mashed potatoes when it's done is a little bit of this soy milk, a little bit of garlic powder, and I like to use this lemon pepper seasoning by Trader Joe's. If I don't have the lemons, usually I'll just like put the juice of 1 fresh lemon in there, and it's really good. And then just a little bit of salt.